Hey guys, today is Friday. I just want to talk about a random thing that occurred not too long ago and how it kind of relates to League. So I was driving, and this guy's taking a left turn while I'm going straight, and another guy is trying to pull out onto the road that I'm going straight on. And I'm like, I don't think he can see me, right? I'm kind of like watching from like 5 seconds away. I'm like, that guy looks like he's about to turn. He doesn't see me because other car is taking a left turn and blocking his vision. So, I'm kind of like steady on my brake, ready, and like put both hands on my wheel and stuff like that. And then suddenly, the guy pulls out in front of me, like right in front of me. But, I was ready. I swerved a little, I honked, and then like braked a little bit, and everything was fine, And I started thinking like, of course it sucks and you get angry or whatever. And then, if I wasn't aware that it could happen. The whole thing where you think like, oh, you should be driving thinking that everyone is out to get you and everyone's an idiot on the road, that kind of thing. And I keep that mentality very, very present while I'm driving, and I'm driving as I talk about this, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so I was thinking about that, and the Lola community or the Lola cast, we get to play a lot of games with lower elo players, right? We get to play with our community, which tends to be, maybe average around bronze 1 or like silver 4, around there I think is our average. And one of the things that I see a lot in community games, especially if I'm like laning with someone, is that, oh, they are stepped way too forward and I just kill them, right? Or in a team fight, I'm ready to pounce and they just walk right into my trap and then I kill them right away, right? So I started thinking about this in the sense of League and, low elo play and driving, right? The thing is, the way I avoided the accident wasn't by like pure reflexes or mechanics or whatever. It was basically because I saw what could happen, what might happen, and you might see where I'm going with this. And because of that, I was ready to react if it did happen, right? So let's take that into League. And the most obvious way to see this, or the most obvious way to portray this is a Blitzcrank. Everyone knows what Blitzcrank does because he's very, very simple in the sense of what he does. He hooks you, right? So if he is running towards you with his like W on and just coming straight at you, what do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna try to hook you, right? So you have your finger ready on flash, you're ready to dodge, you know it's coming. It's really obvious because that Blitzcrank is a very like one-dimensional or very just singular character. That's what he does, right? If you see a Malphite coming in or teleporting, you know that he's trying to ult and everyone's trying to scatter, right? You know what's happening. Now things get a little more complicated, If you're against like a Lee Sin, he could be coming in and trying to jump onto your backline and kick your carry back. He could be trying to just kick the tank back and peel. He could be, waiting, and then looking just for like a good cue to hit people and kick people, whatever. Like, he's a little more complicated. You might not know what his goal is, but if you're able to go into a game or a team fight or laning phase and just already knowing what the other person is trying to do, what could kill you, I think that is really huge. And you don't see that often with lower elo players because, frankly, a lot of it is experience, the lack of experience to be able to know what's going to happen, right? If I go into lane as a Thresh against a Leona and like a Draven, I know they're going to want to hard engage me as often as possible. So as a Thresh, I have my button ready on E. I know when Leona comes forward that she's going to try to engage on me. I know when Draven pops his speed boost, I know they're about to engage. So then I can interrupt Leona's E with a Flay, right? So when I see that happening, I just like get ready to Flay, get closer to my AD carry to stop the Leona from engaging on him, and crisis averted, right? But you don't know that unless you know what the dangers are and what the capabilities are of other champions. So I wanted to make sure that you guys think about this. If you're laning, mid lane, they're playing super, super passive, and suddenly the mid lane Orianna is getting really aggressive and you don't see her ball, maybe that means that the Eve is coming to gank you and the ball is on Eve, right? These kind of things you have to be aware of, and therefore it's so much easier to flash when you're expecting it. It's so much easier to react. You don't have to do some mechanical crazy outplay, or you can do that because you're ready and it'll be easier. So just keep this in mind when you guys are, playing League. Just know what the threat is, realize when it can happen or where it's coming from, and that should be able to improve your gameplay. All right, see ya.